All right, people. So me just I'll drop a quick update before touch the road because me actually on the road and me I tell you two people. Mm, me just I'll drop this. Um, yeah. So as you guys might know, the news break a couple of minutes ago. About the Reggae Boys team, the under 17 team having traveling issue. So at present moment, that is the situation. Now, you guys know that when a team is traveling, especially a area where they don't need visa, normally there's some clearance letter for visa exemption or certain aspect of it. To go to Guatemala, they actually sent in some letters to exempt the usage of visa. Apparently, some came back, some never came back. Apparently, that's the situation. Some came back, some never came back. And according to it, because this report was sent out by Dennis Strong, um, I'm going to talk about Dennis Strong just a little bit before I'm definite. So definitely seems to be an issue at their embassy. Um, there seems to be an issue at the embassy, but the good thing about that, there's a few players. Well, the other rest of the players is 14 and the entire team is 24. So that's 10, 10, actually 10 players basically went through. 10 players and 14 nothing at all for them. Big up Fresh God, big up. So that is the situation. Nevertheless, it's not a good look. It's really, really not a good look because it leaves so much questions to be asked. Why wasn't it done earlier? Or was it done too late? That the reason why they're just getting the visas now. What if they didn't get the visas today and they receive the visas maybe Saturday? What would be the situation then? But because the competition is being kept inside of inside of Guatemala, there'll be exemptions for such and such. I'm not sure if it's a case in which the time period where the names were sent in, I'm really, really not done. First God said, was it done earlier and just come back? No, that is the question. That is the reason why I said, with this situation, it brings up so much questions. It leaves the line for a lot of questions to be asked about the situation. Was the letter sent in late? Was the letter sent in late? Was the letter sent in late? If it's sent in late, what was the reason why it's sent in late? If it didn't send in late, what was the reason why they're just receiving these letters? So there's so much question to be asked about this. Nevertheless, I have to point out one thing though, because this message came publicly through the Gensec, Dennis Strong, and on a normal basis, many people would know until maybe when the rest of the team is traveling or until everyone arrive at the destination. So it's difficult to pinpoint where exactly things went wrong. It's really, really difficult because no one knows exact details of what's happening. But at present moment, they say that they are working assiduously to sort out the problem. To sort out the problem with the flight consultant and also the airline. They're trying their best to sort out it, and they said hopefully they're literally hoping that all the documentations will arrive by tomorrow, or all the letters, the exemption letters will arrive by tomorrow, so that the rest of the players will be able to travel. So, as Fresh God said, I don't want to pinpoint any fingers, but the truth is, this is not something new. We are in common ground. We have seen this already. We know what this feeling is like. We know what to expect. And this clearly is a part of preparation. As I said, Not gonna point a finger, said they didn't sort out the letters early enough. The Guatemala embassy didn't sort out that. Won't point any fingers. One thing for sure, the details will come out clearly and we'll get a valid understanding of what went wrong. As I said, there's a deadline for everyone. I do believe, as Fresh God said, remember, deadline for everybody to send in is one date. So how could they have sent it late? So Fresh God, remember what I said, because of this occurrence, it opens the door for numerous amount of questions to be asked. What went wrong? What really happened? Because personally, I thought things were running smoothly. I honestly believe that this is running smooth. And I'm like, yes, there seems to be some level of change. Now, with this now, it's like PTSD. It flash right back to all of the failed campaigns, all of the issues them where traveling. So it just flash right back to that situation. And you feel that level of panic. You get that level of panic because you said, are we really going through this again? And the first thing that when I get the message was, again. I said, again. That's the first thing that I said. Again. That was the first thing that I said. Again. And I was surprised. And I tell you, Fresh God said, remember the deadline for everybody is one day. Not sure. Sim Sakala said, valid question, MG. Does JFF always have to toy with deadlines? Same way that they got it today, they could have gotten it before. This is Signal Sim Saka. I don't want, as Fresh God said, I do not want to necessarily pinpoint what happened. Blessed 227 said, this has to be so stressful for the players. Yeah, because the players want to arrive early, relax a bit, just get acquainted with the environment. Now, tomorrow morning, you're gonna have training session, and there's no time span when specific rest of the squad will arrive. Chevron, big up Chevron. Is it a JFF fault, MG? I can't pinpoint. I won't pinpoint. I'm not sure whose fault it is, so I won't necessarily pinpoint that it's that person or you or him, they, she, whatever. I won't do that. I'm waiting a bit to see the results. The information will come public. The information will come public, people. So that's something that I'm waiting on. Anyways, I'm gonna drop this quick update. So people, let me run through it. Fresh God said, could this be sabotage by Guatemala? Probably question, but I don't know. I don't know. So let me run back through before I go. So the exemption of the visa letters that they arrived late. So 14 of those exemption letters for the Reggae Boyz did not arrive in time. And apparently they're trying to get everything sorted out by tomorrow so that the full squad, hopefully, the full squad will be able to travel tomorrow. Hopefully. Simpson, I just listened to Dennis and Nationwide, and he admits that it is a JFF fault, but not him. Hey, see that now? Well, as you get that information, you have to go listen to it, get some full understanding of what was said and understanding of what is the situation. Chambeck said, new coach, new kid sponsor, same JFF. Ricketts out, Speed out, Gainer out, Anderson out, Roy Simpson out, Campbell out, everybody out. Sim Saka said, not on Nationwide, KLAS. Interesting. So what I'm going to do, people, I'm going to say I can get that clip in there, and later on, when we reach home, I'll be able to do that. Anyways, people, they're on the road now. When we reach home, say I can run a program tonight. Big up people. Hopefully, we get to run the program, people, tonight. Reach home in time. Big up people. Massive respect. And MG Sports TV, people. We're out. Leader who wonder, right? What is really happening? What? Maybe are we going to change the flight consultant? Maybe. Big up people. MG Sports TV. We're out.